Hello and welcome to our introduction to finger tracking. Here we are going to cover the different templates available in Shōgun Live and Shōgun Markerless Live, as well as how to attach the markers so you get the best results in your captures. There are 3 templates, the different ways the markers can be positioned, packaged with Shōgun Live. The 3-finger marker set, 5-finger marker set, and the 10-finger marker set. The same templates can be found in Shōgun Markerless Live when using the hybrid finger workflow. Each have their advantages and disadvantages depending on the type of capture you are planning. The 3-finger marker set gives you a basic level of finger tracking, with markers placed on the middle section of the thumb, index and pinky. As the middle and ring fingers aren't being tracked themselves, their movement will be linked to the index and pinky fingers respectively. This template is best suited for when you're not concentrating specifically on the fingers, but still want some movement to be recorded, such as a walk cycle. It's also useful when the actor is interacting with props, as the marker positions help avoid potential occluding. The 5-finger marker set provides individual tracking on each finger, with one marker positioned on each fingertip. This gives a higher accuracy of tracking and would be suited to actors interacting with each other, such as shaking hands. The 10-finger marker set has 2 markers placed on each finger, one on the fingertip and one on the middle section, except the middle finger, which has an offset to help prevent marker swaps. This template should be used if you want to capture intricate finger movements, such as playing an instrument or sign language. Let's start with using the kinesiology tape included in the Vicon VFX accessory kit. These can be purchased directly from our sales team. First, we're going to prepare the tape. Cut a short strip that's long enough to wrap around the finger with a small overlap. Around 6 cm or so should be fine, it doesn't need to be exact. Depending on the size of your actor's fingers, you may want to reduce the width of the tape to avoid going over the joints and restricting movement. This is how it should look, as your actor can still easily move their fingers. If you were to tape over the joints like this, you can see how this makes it more difficult for your actor to get smooth movement. Next, we want to create a hole in the middle of the strip of tape that we can poke a marker through. You can do this by folding the strip in half and cutting a small triangle into the folded edge. Then you can push the marker through the gap. Alternatively, you could use a hole punch instead. Once your finger markers are in place, make sure the hand and wrist markers are in the correct positions, as these will have an impact on the quality of your finger tracking. The hand markers should be placed just before the knuckle of the index and pinky fingers. We recommend using the same size marker for the hands as the fingers to achieve the best calibration results. The wrist markers should be placed on either side of the wrist as close to the joint as possible. These directly impact the quality of the finger solve, so it's important to make sure that these are correct. Unlike the hands, the size of the wrist markers does not affect the calibration. At this point, the finger markers should be attached and ready to start the calibration procedure. Now we need to make sure the cameras and software are prepared too. We would recommend having lower cameras in your system for finger tracking, whatever marker set you're using. Having these means when the actor's hands flip upside down, the markers will still be tracked. This is especially important for the 10-finger marker set. In Shōgun Live, go to the tracking panel and make sure you have selected the correct template and skin. Give your subject a name as well, then click Create. We will then go through the usual subject calibration process. Instruct your performer to stand in an A pose so the skeleton boots in. Next, get your performer to carry out a range of motion to calibrate the bone lengths, ensuring you get a good range of movement on all areas of the body, including the fingers. This could involve wiggling your fingers, making a fist and extending them multiple times, and touching each finger with your thumb. Once the range of motion is complete, you are now ready to begin data capture. For Shōgun Markerless Live, you don't need to calibrate the fingers. Just select the desired template and instruct your actor to T-pose. Thank you for watching. More information is available in our documentation at help.vicon.com. If you have any questions, feel free to email the Vicon support team at support@vicon.com.